What's up, Freccero fam? For today, we're going to the first ever In N Out location. Oh, hi, Mac. So the first In N Out has some pretty crazy history you probably don't know. The first In N Out was built in 1948. It was then decommissioned in 2003 and then torn down in 2011 to build Highway 10, which is right here. Then they decided to build a replica of the first In N Out in 2014, which is right behind me. So technically, this is a replica of the first In N Out. In addition, In N Out pioneered multiple different things in the fast food industry, one of them being the first ever two-way speaker. Now that's super common pretty much everywhere, but In N Out had the first ever two-way speaker. In addition, which is super genius, they also made it specifically that the car would pull in and you'd actually talk to the two-way speaker on the left, but then get the food on the right. As you can see, if a car pulls up, you talk to the speaker on the left, but the food and where they prepare the food is on the right. They did that purposely because they wanted the entire family in the car to see what they were doing. If you had to pull in on the right, only the driver would be able to see what's going on the inside. But because the speaker's on the left and where you pick up the food's on the right, the entire family or everyone in the car can see what's going on inside. This is also why they have massive big windows, as you can see. So it's very visible. You can see exactly what's going on and you can see them making the food. In the same exact area of Baldwin Park, there's an In N Out where you can buy food at, and in addition, a company store. Let's check it out. It's kind of cool they have this entire little thing here of not only the first In N Out location replica, but then an actual In N Out location, and then the In N Out University and the company store behind me. When it comes to ordering at In N Out is known for their legendary secret menu with a bunch of different items and some variations. And the biggest and most notorious item on the secret menu is animal style. So my typical order at In N Out is double animal style and fries animal style. Man, that In N Out hit the spot, as it always does. Now let's check out the company store. I gotta say, not bad prices. I thought it was gonna be super overpriced for like a typical t-shirt, but I got the shoes. I'll show you. I got them a bit tighter than normal, but got these white shoes, 30 bucks for those. And then we got this shirt for 10 bucks. And then lastly, just something kind of cool. This is like 10 bucks as well. Something to put on your keychain, like a small In N Out shoe. Pretty dope. That was pretty awesome. I wasn't too sure what to expect, because I saw some pictures of the first In N Out, or being more specific, the replica of the first In N Out. And I was like, you know what? It's like a 45-minute drive from my house. Why not go check it out? Looks a bit small, but we'll see what happens. That was awesome. It was really interesting learning about the history of In N Out, especially all those like little small things you might not know, like I mentioned, with the fact that when the drive-thru was built, they purposely wanted the two-way speaker on the left, but you pick up the food on the right. That way, everybody in the car, not just the driver, could see what's going on. In addition, they purposely had massively big windows, as you saw, so everything was super transparent and honest, and you could see your food being made right there. In addition to the fact that In N Out did create and kind of pioneered the first ever two-way speaker when it comes to fast food, and especially ordering food in general. Really, really cool. One thing I do have to mention though on this video, if you are planning on going, there was somebody there almost as like a tour guide, if I call it that, basically explaining everything, all the little details and fun facts about In N Out. The hours of operation, which is kind of weird, is Thursday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So you have a 3-hour window, 4 days a week in order to go and check it out. And in addition, I did ask him like, hey, how packed do you get? And of course, as you can imagine, I went on a Thursday. So there was like a couple people there. But he said, let's say on a Saturday or Sunday, as you can imagine, busier days, he's like, it can get up to, like, say, 200-ish people, so it can be a little crammed. So if you can, I think going on a Thursday is probably the slowest day, Friday maybe being the next busiest, and then Saturday and Sunday being super busy in general. In addition, at the first In N Out Replica, they do not sell any food, so keep that in mind. However, once you just drive, a minute down the road, you saw that kind of mini, almost In N Out plaza, so to speak, with an In N Out burger where you can obviously order food. And I will say, the Baldwin Park location, I think is maybe some of the best, if not the best In N Out I've ever had. I don't know if maybe it's because I was thinking about In N Out a lot during the day or something, I'm not sure. But it did taste a lot better than normal. Definitely gotta say that. In addition, I also thought the service was the best I've had. Like, there was someone even walking around being like, hey, like, can I take your tray from you? Do you need anything else? Almost like having like a waiter or waitress at a restaurant. So excellent service, excellent food. And then the company store is awesome. I wasn't too sure, like I said earlier, if things going to be super overpriced. And I was like, you know what? I'll just get a shirt. Maybe I'm here. I'll get a shirt. Even if it's like kind of overpriced. $10 for this shirt. I thought that was a great deal. And then those shoes I got, which I guess are being discontinued, $30, which I did wear out. And I got a ton of compliments. So I want to say that I did wear them out actually last night after filming most of this video. And people were like, hey, where'd you get those shoes? So pretty awesome. And then that little like shoe keychain thing I got was like, I think it was actually $15. So ironically, that seemed a little pricey, that little shoe keychain thing, but I don't know, look cool. But I gotta say, the overall experience is a lot better than I expected. And if you want to go, let's say one day, if you're in Los Angeles and everything, it's only about, like I said, a 30 to 45 minute drive, depending on traffic. Gotta mention LA traffic, of course. Only 35 or 40 minute drive, but to be able to get like a kind of a cool history lesson, almost like a mini museum, if I'd call it that, to get some cool history about In N Out, drive a minute down the road to then have some In N Out burger, grab some In N Out swag as well, and then lastly, if you want to, finish off in maybe more of an East Coast fashion. There's Dunkin' Donuts right across the street. Great area all around to have an amazing day. And I gotta say, In N Out burger is it's the best.